ladies and gentlemen, Gary Moore.
Does you, baby? I got a brand new friend here. I hope it's a friend. It's a Siberian tiger, a baby one, of course. Her name is Alexis. She is 4 months old, and she is an endangered species. That is, a Siberian tiger is. Luckily, she was born in captivity, which means that she will lead a long, healthy life. And before I introduce the panel, she's not used to being handled, so I'm going to hand her off, and we'll meet the fellow who takes care of Alexis and lots more of other wild animals. I'll hand her off, and then we'll meet our panel. And here you go to our trainer, right here. There you go. Thank you. Now, let's say hello to our panel here on the Tell Truth.
Nipsey Russell. Kitty Carlisle. Bill Cullen. And Peggy Cass.
Good morning, all.
Good morning.
Good afternoon or good evening or whatever it is, wherever you happen to be. We want to welcome and say hello to the wild group of regulars on the Tell the Truth, all of whom were born free. Cass, Cullen, and Carlisle.
Yes.
And a special welcome to Nipsey Russell.
Indeed.
Nipsey Russell. Nipsey, I don't like to impose, and I don't know whether I really could possibly urge you to, if you don't feel like it.
Prevail upon me just a little bit.
Would you possibly favor us with a poem?
Yes, indeed. You said they were born free?
Born free.
Don't buy the baby a waterbed, or things will be very grim. You will never know if he's wetting the bed or the bed is wetting him.
That's a good one. All righty. Having welcomed Nipsey and friends, now let us meet our wild animal trainer.
Number one, what is your name, please?
My name is George Gray.
Number two.
My name is George Gray.
Number three.
My name is George Gray.
And let us listen to George Gray's Tale of a Tiger. It says, I, George Gray, am head game ranger at Jungle Habitat. In the wilds of New Jersey, visitors drive through our non-zoo and look at animals living much as they do in their native climes. The little tiger that Gary Moore carried on stage is a rare Siberian tiger. There are less than 500 of them in the world today. We have 19 of them at Jungle Habitat, where we're trying to preserve such rare and beautiful animals by breeding them in captivity. Feeding tigers is an expensive proposition. It takes about $2,000 worth of food a year for the little tiger that came out here to grow to her full weight of 650 pounds. I have another tiger waiting backstage. Her name is Sugar, and she is a full-grown Bengal tiger and a special pet of mine. I've had her since she was a year old. After my true identity is revealed, I will bring Sugar out on stage for all of you to see.
Oh, yeah?
Signed, George Gray. And this should be interesting because I am an animal nut. I mean, I love snakes, alligators, dogs, chickens, anything, but I'm terribly allergic to cats. I really am. Oh. I mean, my eyes swell up and, I do the whole thing. Whether I'm allergic to tigers, you'll have to stay tuned to find out. Be right back.
I think you are.
You asked for it, and we got it. More matches than you can shake a blade at.
Show us your garter belt.
A full throttle 3-hour block of Match Game, Match Game, Match Game. Weekdays at 5 on BUZZR. Let's play.
Odor below the belt? Nobody likes that. It's time you discovered Lumi Whole Body Deodorant for pits, privates, and beyond. Lumi was developed by an OBGYN who knows our body chemistry. It works like magic. You gotta go to their website and try it for yourself.
Yeah, dude, that doesn't look good.
I know what to do. I'm going to cashnetusa.com. I can apply in minutes, and if approved, I can have the money as soon as the same business day.
Go to cashnetusa.com to apply for the money you need.
This is not a radish. Looks very much like my car. You can tell with the little lipstick.
Alex Trebek explains it all for you on Classic Concentration. Weekdays starting at 1.
Now, over there at that desk, we have 3 stalwart-looking gentlemen, all of whom claim to be George Gray, head game ranger at Jungle Habitat. And let's start the interrogation with another animal, not Peggy Cass.
Oh, I thought you were just going to say another animal. Oh, I'm so
No,
good.
you're not that.
Listen, number 3, do you have just big cats over there, or do you have gazelles and other things?
We have about 1,100 species in all. And, yes.
Thank you. Number 2, what is a dick?
I don't know.
Oh?
2 dicks.
That's number 1. Number 1, who is Warner Leroy?
He is one of the gentlemen in the new park down in, involved in a new park in South Jersey, I believe.
Thank you. Now, number 3, what is the distinguishing characteristic of a Thompson gazelle?
Thompson gazelle is found in Africa, and its distinguishing features is that it is very brightly striped.
Thank you. Now, number 2...
Thank you, Peggy. We're going down to Nipsey, please.
Number 2, are all of these animals at Habitat, are they born there, or are they imported from their native countries?
It varies. Most of the big cats are born in this country, but we import a lot of the gazelles and a lot of the larger
Okay,
African
number 1, what's the speediest of the feline species? Number 1.
I would believe a cheetah would be.
I see. Number 3, are there any African tigers? Are there any tigers in Africa?
There are no tigers in Africa.
There are no tigers in Africa?
None whatever.
Sticking with number 3, I know that there are smells to which animals are sensitive. Are there colors which more or less attract or repel them?
Well, as a matter of fact, I don't think anybody could really accurately answer that. There have been several treatises written on the subject, whether animals do react to certain colors or not, but I don't think any real hard evidence exists.
What you worried about, Nipsey? I think they like dark and white meat. You know? There's a difference. You're hungry, they're hungry, you know.
They'll eat anything.
I just want to be a...
Let's go to Tara, please.
Number 1, is your habitat like those safaris in Africa that you go, that the animals are free? That you go through in a car and the animals are not penned up anywhere?
No, it is a little different in the respect that the predators are not allowed to roam with the other animals.
Number 2, thank you. Number 2, what are predators?
Predators are carnivorous animals, animals which eat others.
Well, now,
basically.
number 3, would you have lions and tigers in the same sort of general area?
There's only one part of the world, I think, where they do, in fact, inhabit the same countryside, which is in a certain part of India called the Guru area, but normally...
in your habitat, are they together?
No, they're separated by distance.
I see. Number 2.
Thank you. That's Kitty, and we're going to Bill.
Number 1, these predators that you have in your compound there, they roam free, but they are kept separate from animals that might normally be their prey. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Number 2, what is a dock?
Dock's an African antelope.
Number 3, it was mentioned that we're going to release this 650-pounder is coming out. Is he or she coming out in a cage?
No, let out on a chain, but of course the claws are being removed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Not the teeth, however, not the teeth.
No. How big is the chain, number 3?
Well, it's about 6 feet in length.
Number 1, have you ever had a tiger? Oh, boy.
Chicken?
I got 2 tickets for it.
There goes the bell again. For the information of the general public, a doc is a veterinarian that takes care of a dick. Just wanted you to... We try to be informational from time to time. But it is time now, friends, for us to vote and decide which one do we think is the real trainer. Is it number 1, or is it number 2, Or is it number 3? We pay $50 for each wrong vote. We pay $500 if we dump the whole thing down the drain and Peggy starts.
Everybody's so smart around here that Dick is a real adorable little tiny gazelle, a tiny little antelope, and it's sweet. Forget about the duck. I voted for number 1 because a cheetah is the fastest, and a Thompson gazelle isn't that brightly striped. That's not a characteristic.
So we got a 1 going, and we got Nipsey Russell coming up.
I used to think from the Tarzan and Cheetah of Jungle pictures that there were tigers in Africa, but I found that the tigers are mostly in India, and for that answer, I voted for number 3.
So we have a 3. We're on both ends, and Kitty coming up.
Well, number 3 gave me too much information about where the tigers and the lions are together, and number 1 said predators, and that's the way a real animal fella talks.
All right, so 2 on one and 1 on the other. Bill Cullen, how are you going to go?
On the basis of Dick and Doc, I voted for 1-1. There you are.
1-1 adds up to 2.
Well,
but you mean a 1. All right, that's the way it goes. The votes are all in. And so will the real George Gray. Sir, please stand up.
How do you like that?
George, I'm going to ask you not to sit down because we noticed that you told us that off stage you have a Bengal tiger waiting, your friend. So you go get her ready while I find out who our friends are. Number 2, who are you, please? And
My name is Michael Henry, and I'm an Australian freelance writer on international issues.
welcome to our shores. Nice to have you. Number 3, sir, how about yourself?
Well, my name is Keith Wooderson. I was born in England, but I now live in Manhattan, and I'm a painter, an artist by profession.
Good luck to you. Okay, now let's, we got the sliders open. Let's get George Gray and his large friend. Now, this is a Bengal tiger. That is a Bengal tiger.
Yeah, whatever you say.
What is her name, George?
Sugar.
Sugar, sweetie.
How old is Sugar?
Sugar is 8 years old.
8 years old? Mm-hmm. And where is this kind of tiger found?
From India.
From India. Yes. Was this one born in captivity, however?
Yes, she was. She was born in the Portland Zoo in Oregon.
How many are there in captivity?
I would say there's less than 2,000 in captivity of the Bengal tigers.
Well, she's a beautiful animal and a joy to watch, and she is just terribly, terribly close. And I thank you, George Gray and gentlemen, for being with us today. Great. Now, next up, we do have a story about a remarkable new experiment in penology. It's a fascinating story. I think you'll want to hear it.
I've shaved every day for 20 years.
A couple times a week, just for special occasions.
Shaving gets me ready for my day.
I feel more confident clean shaven.
But I'm tired of overpaying for a close shave.
With Harry's, I don't have to. Harry's offers 5-blade closeness and comfort. It's got all the features that I love.
And refills cost as low as $2 each.
Only half of what I paid before.
It's a premium shaving experience without the premium price tag.
Go to harrys.com/TV to claim your $5 trial.
Dangerous ladders, gutter muck? Ugh, no wonder you hate cleaning your gutters. Good thing there's Leaf Filter. Our patented filter technology keeps leaves and debris out of your gutters forever. Guaranteed. Call 833-LEAF-FILTER to get started and get the permanent gutter solution that ends clogs for good.
They took the time to answer all of our questions. They really put us at ease.
End clogged gutters for good. Call 833-LEAF-FILTER or visit leaffilter.com today.
I have PCOS. It can cause unexplainable weight gain. Having to go through Weight Watchers Clinic and now taking a GLP-1, you just feel that extra level of support. And I'm like 2 pounds away from my goal weight, which is like...
Watch this. Witness what happens to this woman's bags under her eyes in an actual time lapse in just minutes. The problem will disappear before your eyes with a revolutionary topical formulation that works in just minutes, and the effects will last for hours. Over 1 million people are using this topical technique to visually reduce puffiness and bags, even fine lines and wrinkles on the face and forehead. Introducing Plexiderm. Jump on board and say yes to this amazing $14.95 Plexiderm trial. Order right now. We'll pay your shipping.
This is Elaine. Please leave a message.
I can't get a hold of my mom.
I'm sure it's nothing.
I've called her 5 times.
I'm sure she's fine.
She always picks up on the first call.
You're gonna make yourself sick. You've been worrying all morning.
Hello?
Hello, this is Life Alert. Your mother had an emergency, and we dispatched paramedics to her home.
Oh my gosh. Okay, what happened?
She had a fall, but don't worry. She is safe, and the paramedics are helping her right now.
Thank you.
Is Grandma okay?
She's gonna be okay. Life Alert send help.
Life Alert saves a life every 11 minutes. With one simple touch of a button, Life Alert sends help immediately. Whether it's to report a fall, a medical emergency, or an intruder, Life Alert sends first responders fast.
For information or a free brochure, call 800-405-1956. 800-405-1956. 800-405-1956.
Now let's meet the warden of a revolutionary new type of prison.
Number 1, what is your name, please?
My name is Charles Campbell.
Number 2.
My name is Charles Campbell.
Number 3.
My name is Charles Campbell.
And here's how Charles Campbell operates his prison. It's a good story. It says, I, Charles Campbell, am the warden of the first co-ed prison in the United States. That our federal correctional institution houses both men and women is just one aspect of our attempt to help prepare offenders for re-entry into society. Our prisoners wear their own clothes. They live in dormitory-style rooms which they decorate as they please. Academic and vocational courses are offered both in the prison and in nearby colleges. Men and women eat together in the cafeteria, take walks, play volleyball, and participate in intensive group therapy sessions. I am proud to state that our prison has been called one of the most innovative developments in correction since the Quakers began the penitentiary movement 200 years ago. Signed, Charles Campbell. And Bill Cullen, first question goes to you, please.
Number 3, where is your institution, sir?
Fort Worth, Texas.
Number 1, yours?
Fort Worth, Texas.
How does it stand? There's maximum security prisons, there's minimum security prison. How does this stand in that group?
It would be considered a minimum security prison.
Number 2, the people who are in your prison, are they in for relatively minor offenses?
No, they're there for a variety of offenses. They're there for federal offenses, however, rather than state offenses.
It was mentioned, number 1, that your system is innovative. That certainly is true. Has it thus far been successful?
I would say yes. The system has only been in existence in Fort Worth for 3 years, but the response from the people of Fort Worth and from the people who are released has been very good.
Have you been able to get statistics, number 1, on the people who have been released as far as percentage of those who have had no trouble with the law?
In 3 years, it's very rough statistics, but we feel that only about 67% of them are non-returners.
Number 3, do you have... All right, from Bill Cullen, we go, please, to Peggy Cass.
Thank you. Do you have an off-prison work system? I mean, can they go out to work and then come back to jail at night, number 3?
Yes, we have a study work program where the residents are allowed to leave the area in the afternoon.
Thank you. To go to work or just to go to the movies?
Not to go to the movies, no, we're pretty strict.
Thank you. Number 1, what's recidivism?
Recidivism means the number who return to the prison after they have been released.
Thank you. And number 2, what's the housing situation in a co-ed jail?
Well, the women occupy a separate building. There are 5 separate units, and the women's unit is in a separate building.
And thank you. Number 2, how many girls would be in one unit? I mean, in one cell? Number 3, how many girls share a room together?
We have separate rooms. The girls it's a dormitory situation, but they have separate rooms.
Thank you. And number 1, what's your civil service rating?
GS 15.
Thank you. And number 2, how do you get to be a penologist? I mean, how do you get to be a warden? You don't start out by being an inmate, obviously, so how do you get to be one?
Well, at my age, you may have come into it in a variety of ways. You may have drifted into it. Nowadays, most people coming into it take graduate-level training in psychology or sociology and corrections.
Thank you.
Thanks, Peg. Let's go on down to Nipsey Russell, please.
Instead of locking a criminal in a cell under guard and gun, jail him with beautiful women, music, good wine, and fun. Let him see what the good life is really all about, and then if he won't behave himself, show no mercy. Put him out. Number two, I've been told that the two incentives for living a proper life is fear of punishment and hope of reward. If a prison is that innovative and that much opportunity, what's the penalty of going to jail? Number two.
You obviously have never gone to jail. Under any circumstances, being in prison, being confined, being away from your friends and family is pain and agony.
I see. Number three, in your rehabilitation program there, do you plan a job for these people and try and prepare them to go to that job when you leave there?
Yes, we have an extensive vocational training set up there in Fort Worth, and we have cooperation of the Labor Trades Council, and they come in and they give us journeymen that teach the subjects.
I see. Number one, what's the general IQ?
Hey, good questions. Good team over there, too. Kitty?
Thank you. Number three, do you have specially remanded prisoners in your custody? In other words, are they ordinary hardened criminals, some of them?
Yes, we have all types.
You do.
We have everyone that committed a federal offense is eligible.
Thank you. Number two, the Attorney General sometime recently said that people who have made crime a way of life are unrehabilitatable. Do you believe that?
Those who have made crime a way of life? Well, I'm not sure you're quoting the Attorney General accurately. Maybe you are and maybe you're not, but I believe that there are people who've been committing crimes all of their lives who can be helped, because the plain fact is we've never really given them the opportunity.
Thank you. Number one, do you have a room for tete-a-tetes for these people? Have you ever had any marriages or...
Yes, we've had 2 or 3 marriages.
You have? And where do they get to know each other?
As walking partners in the prison.
And number two, you don't have a room where they can sort of be alone and tell each other their secrets and maybe have a cup of tea.
Some prude just rang the bell. And just in time, might I add. It is time now that the chaperone rang the bell, and the chaperone says you should vote, friends, and you vote for a number 1, or for a number 2, or for a number 3.
Meet Mike. Mike's been hearing a ton about CBD. Some people are telling him it's changed their life. Now he's wondering if he should try it. He's lucky because he has friends he trusts who have found a really good CBD product they recommend.
Nothing is as great as this stuff. I mean, Harrelson's own CBD is like my secret weapon.
No matter how many things come at me, I'm like, boom, handled, next. Give your life a boost.
We make every bottle of Harrelson's own from 100% organic CBD, hand harvested right from the farm. It's actually one of the fastest acting CBDs on the market today. So you start to feel it in seconds, not 60 minutes.
It hits my body really fast. It takes literally under 2 minutes to work versus 60 minutes. Other brands that I've tried take forever. I don't have time for that.
You're going to feel the benefits quickly, love the way it feels, pay a fair price, and you're going to thank us for it.
I used to be the kind of person that would take ibuprofen several times a week. I carry a lot of tension in my neck and shoulders, but the first time I tried Harrelson's own, my headache went away in 10 minutes.
And then all of a sudden, I'm like, I've got this. I'm a boss woman.
In order to connect with my kids, I have to not want to lose my mind. That's where Harrelson's Zone comes in for me.
I'm just in the zone all day, fully focused, fully energized, and I can balance and juggle everything.
I'm crushing it all day long.
I am much happier. My kids are definitely happier.
We know you are going to love Harrelson's own, and your satisfaction is important to us. We are so confident you're going to be satisfied that we back every bottle with a 60-day, 100% money-back guarantee.
I've just started incorporating it into my everyday life now.
I absolutely love it. It has been a game changer for me.
And then whenever I come home, I've got plenty of energy to still go out with my friends.
Better nerves, better success. It is my secret weapon.
Give Harrelson's own a try, from our family to yours. Go to harrelsonCBD.com to order yours now.
You have a box of videotapes, film reels, or photos that are degrading? Legacy Box professionally converts them to DVDs, thumb drive, or the cloud. Legacy Box is simple and safe, with over 1 million satisfied customers. Visit LegacyBox.com today and get 50% off.
honey, you were so right. I listed this in less than a minute.
I told you listing on Poshmark was quick and easy.
Oh, I sold my black tote and my slip dress. Let's go get mani-pedis.
Ooh, thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Poshmark.
Want extra cash? It's easy with the Poshmark app. Download to start selling today.
Colin has already marked his. We'd like to see it, please.
The gentlemen were all marvelous, this spot. Everyone seemed to know, but I sort of lost my head in my thought process. I'm dying for Kitty to invite me up for tea sometime. Right. While I'm waiting, I voted for number 2.
Smack in the middle, we got a 2, and Peggy.
My theory is that a lot of people wound up in there because of tea. I voted for 2.
A pair of 2s and Nipsey Russell.
Because of his sincere and analytical outlook about what punishment of confinement is, I voted for number 2 also.
We got a big trend shaping up, Kitty. You're gonna make
They
it...
were great. And number 1 was marvelous. He knew about the civil service rating and recidivism, and I voted for number 3.
Kitty Carlisle, independent as she is so frequently, has gone out on a small limb all by herself. The votes are in. Will the real Charles Campbell please stand up, sir?
It's number 1.
In the middle. Panel, you are unfortunately awfully hot today. Let's find out who our friends are. Number 1, sir, what is your real name, please, and what do you do?
My name is Greg DePagter. I'm an environmental supervisor for Monsanto's Columbia, Tennessee elemental phosphorus plant.
Gracious. That's a pretty long sentence right there. Number 3, sir, what is your real name, please, and what do you do?
My name is Jack Bodie. I'm an accountant for Illinois Bell Telephone Company on loan to AT&T.
Ah, fine. Mr. Campbell, getting back to the question of some people's possible criticism that you are too permissive, you brought out the object of just losing your liberty is enough, but also you have a black mark against you in society thereafter as part of that. True?
Well, that's true. But one of the things we try to emphasize is that at our institution is that hard work and a sense of purpose and high values have to be emphasized. And we're not there for fun and games. And we have a tremendous amount of interaction between men and women offenders, but we're there to work hard primarily.
Good. I wish you luck, sir. Thank you very much for being with us, and thank you, Judge.
Are you or someone you love struggling with an addiction to drugs or alcohol and want to be set free from the chains of addiction? Then call Addiction Helpline America right now to get the help you need. From drug and alcohol addiction to dual diagnosis treatment, we provide a confidential helpline to help people like you get sober and live happy, substance-free lives. With one call, you can be on the phone with addiction specialists across the country who will guide you on the next steps to find the freedom and healing you desperately need.
Introducing Mando Whole Body Deodorant for pits, privates, and beyond. I'm Dr. Shannon Klingman, the inventor of whole body deodorant, like Mando. It's clinically proven to block odor all day and controls odor for 72 hours. And before you say it, Mando works better than a shower with soap alone. Rather than covering up BO with heavy fragrance, Mando's unique formula stops odor before it starts. That's my secret to better odor control everywhere. Mando's unlike anything you've ever tried before. Get over 30% off at shopmando.com.
At over $4 a blade, shaving every day gets expensive. Harry's 5-blade razor offers me a close, comfortable shave. Best part, refills are as low as $2 each, half of what I paid before.
Go to harrys.com/shave to claim your $7 trial.
For the benefit of any of you out there who are allergic to cats, I can tell you now that if you're allergic to cats, you are also allergic to tigers. Because I'm beginning to get the symptoms, just a little bit. I took a pill just before the show, a sort of antihistamine kind of thing. Anyhow, if you're allergic to tigers, don't go messing around with tigers.
No, right.
You'll end up. It's no good.
This is Bill Wendell speaking for To Tell the Truth, a Mark Goodson, Bill Chapman production.